So where's my spread? Okay, so how do I solve radical equation? Now this question is always on SAT. So today we're going to talk about solve radical equation. And we're going to talk about the solve rational equation as well. So let's start with the radical. Radical equation is very easy to solve. All you got to do is, the main thing, you have to isolate radicals. So isolate radical. And square both sides to get rid of radical. And so sometimes you have two radicals. You have to isolate them as well. Okay, so we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about a easy case, and we're going to talk about hard case. We're going to talk about, let's start with the easy case. Easy case is going to be square root of 2x minus 3. No, actually, I'm going to give it square root of 3x minus 5 is equal to 7. This is super easy. This is algebra 1 standard. Algebra 2, kind of a little bit harder. Square root of 3 minus 2x and minus 4x equal to 0. So that is the second one. You can go ahead and solve it if you have, if you can do it. The next one is square root of 4 minus x equal to x minus 2 equal to 2, like this. Now we're going to get to more difficult one. Here's a more difficult one. I'm going to do it here. So square root of 2x minus 4 minus square root of 3x plus 4 is equal to negative 2. So this is probably the highest level one. So solving the radical equation. So I'll start with this one here. Everybody should get an answer probably already. For the first one, is the radical already isolated? Okay, what do I do next step? Square both sides. So if you square, don't forget about both sides, because you cannot square one side, you can have to do something to both sides. So I'm going to get 3x minus 5 equal to 49, right? I'm going to add 5 on both sides. So that's equal to 3x is equal to 54. X is equal to what? 18. So this one's no problem, right? This one it shows on SAT. Okay, so a lot of time they will SAT question, they will be like this. It's fairly easy, fairly straightforward. SAT may go to this level and this level. We're going to show you how this works. So what do you do on this one? Isolate a radical. So 3 minus 2x is equal to 4x, right? And I'm going to square both sides. What am I going to get on this side? 3 minus 2x is equal to what? Make sure it's 16x squared. Okay. And then move this to this side. And now factor it. So 16x squared minus 3 plus 2x. Which one I should use? 4 and 4 maybe?
Yeah.
Let me try 4 and 4 first. 3 and 1. That's probably not gonna work.
No.
So I'm gonna do a and 2.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do 2 and 8 then. So 2 and 8, that's gonna give you 6x, ax.
Yep.
And since one of them need to be negative, which one? 3, right?
Yep.
So then I will have 2x, what? Plus 1
Yeah.
of ax minus 3 is equal to 0.
So it'd be 3
Our 2x minus plus 1 is equal to 0, 2x equal to negative 1, x equal to negative 1 half. Ax minus 3 is equal to 0, ax equal to 3, x equal to 3 over 8. Do I have to check for extraneous?
Not in this case, given the fractions.
That's not true.
Oh, actually, yeah, right.
Anytime you have radical, so write it down, radical and rational, you have to check for extraneous. So I will always check for extraneous. Radical equation, which is, and yesterday is rational equation. So I will always have to double check. Actually, it's probably better to double check if you have time. So in this case, I'm gonna plug in 3 over 8 in there and see if it works. Do you think it worked? So if I have, I'm gonna check it right here. So 3 minus 2 times 3 over 8. So 2 times 3 over 8. It minus 4 times 3 over 8 is equal to 0. So that's gonna be what? 3 minus 6 over 8,
Yeah.
which is 3 over 4, minus, this one's gonna be 3 over 2, I think. 4 and 8 cancel out. And this one's square root of what? 16, no, 12. 12 minus 3 is what? 9 over 4, minus 3 over 2, that's equal to 0, so 0 is equal to 0, which is good, because square root of 9 is 3 over 2, right? I'll double check again on negative half. So 3 minus 2 times negative half, this one turned out to be a better one to check. 4 times negative 1 half, so that's going to be 3 plus 1 minus plus what? 2, right? So 2 plus 2 is equal to 0?
Nope.
So is this answer? No. Extraneous.
Extraneous. Are you gonna write it down, Mr. Yang?
No. Try me. Extra. N-E-O-U-S. Take that, Benjamin.
I thought you were going to say something else. I thought you were going to say take that.
I thought you were gonna say that.
No, I have my standards. I'm cursing. I have my standards. I don't use that word. That's disrespect to women.
Oh wait, did you just look back there?
Huh? No.
Okay. Oh, just
I have one eye, that's not my blind spot. I can't see that far. My angle is 120 degrees out of my 120 degrees. So, okay. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so what happened with this one? Isolate them, right?
Yep.
So, square root of 4 minus x is equal to what? X minus 2.
Oh, yeah.
Now, don't kill a puppy, please. Do not kill a puppy. If I see you kill a puppy, the question is automatically wrong. Regardless, you gotta come up with the right answer. I don't care. So, please FOIL it out. So in this case, squared, so that's gonna be 4 minus x.
Yeah.
And in this case, write it again, so your life is not easy, not hard. So this one's minus 4x plus 4, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna subtract 4 on both sides. And that's gonna be negative x equal to x squared minus 4x. I'm gonna add x, so it'll be x squared minus 3x, right?
Yeah.
Factor out x equal to 0, x equal to 3. What do I do next?
Check it.
Check extraneous. So 2 plus square root of 2 is 2 is equal to 0. So 2 plus 2 is equal to 0. Is that true?
That seems to be a running thing.
So
Extraneous.
extraneous. And then 3 plug in, so it's gonna be 3. So 3 is okay. So this one's okay. So always double check for extraneous. SAT, they usually ask you to check extraneous because they only ask you one solutions. So you had to check make sure you want to get it right 100% of the time, you check for extraneous. There was one time SAT, there was 3 radical equation on the SAT. I heard. I heard there's 3 question on radicals.
But I thought you were supposed to share that kind of stuff.
Questions?
Who's your reporter?
Question about this one? Okay, so those of you who are a strong student, you can try to figure out this one. But if you are not there yet, I'm gonna give you a practice.
Okay.
3 different questions. So the first question I'm gonna give it to you is this. It's first question is easy. Everybody can do this one. Square root of 3x minus 5 is equal to 7. That's our first question. Second question I'm gonna give it to you is square root of negative 10x minus 1 plus 3x is equal to 0. The next one is square root of 16 plus x is equal to x minus 4. So right now, try those 3 questions first before you get into that one. But if you say, oh, this is too easy, I want to tackle this one. This one's kind of hard. I'll give you an answer in a way. Is this one you're gonna get 2 solutions, I think. But the answer add together is gonna be 60. So there's a lot of combinations. Yeah, you gotta try those 3 first before you get there. Radical, it's not isolated, they are together. Show each other the answers. Pabong, lay down on mine and you turn off the lights for me in a second. How much time I have? Huh? No. Benjamin is responsible. Huh? No, I don't. I need to know how much time I have till class over.
But what is the time though? Like if you look at those phones, right there, it's the time to take it.
10:52.
10 minutes.
Good. Oh yeah, 5 minutes. You let me know. You should be able to get a first answer, right? First answer, everybody in this room should be able to get. Second one may be a little bit harder because you need to know how to factor. And the third one is Gabriel, did you get the last one?
I think I did.
What did you get for answers?
I did 4 and 20.
Is that equal to 7 or equal to 1?
Yeah.
For the first one, is it equal to 1 or 7?
The answer for the first one is what?
18.
What is it?
Guys,
I think it's 18.
Yeah.
it is. Oh wait, I'm smart.
Genius. You did square 7.
I said it did the second. I didn't square.
So everybody should get the first one, right? Everybody help with the first one? The second one, I need a... Almost done with the second one? Everybody need help with the second one? Everybody need help with the second one? Fanny, what'd you get for the second one? What'd you get for the second one?
I got x equals -1/9 and x equals -1.
X equal to -1/9, x equal to what?
Yeah, negative.
Are they both the solutions?
I'm checking.
What'd you get?
They both the solutions. They both have solutions.
They're both right.
Why you left?
He said an asshole didn't ask you.
Oh.
Did you plug in one over? So I'm pretty sure it's not. I was like, wow.
You okay? You got a previous one? We have previous. You have one on that.
Wait, you have to.
She's gonna go still.
Did you separate them and then square them? Or did you? Oh yeah, I did this too. That's the last one. I got it.
So this one's okay?
Yes.
5 minutes? Okay, I need to go over that one. This one, I don't know what the answer is. What is the answer? X equal to what? 9? What else? Benjamin, can you tell me what the second answer? 9 is right. What else? 0, is 0 the answer? No, x equal to 0 is extraneous.
Yeah.
Extraneous. Okay, so yes.
Whenever x equals 0, is it always extraneous?
Nope.
In what cases can it?
A lot.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, can you turn off the light?
I know one.
In the lights.
Okay. So here's the things I need you to understand. If I don't give you answers, how do you check the answers? You're gonna go to a website called Desmos. Desmos calculator is gonna help you graphing. We're gonna use this a lot. But I need you to understand this conceptually. Conceptually is if I plug in this like this, the Desmos not gonna give me the answer. But I need you to think about 2 ways to do it. So this is the first way. First way is set equation. You can just graph this equation. It says y equal to this side, the left side. And then y equal to the right side. What am I looking for? The point of intersection. So you can point that intersection and here it's going to be what? 4. Right? And there's one here. 4 and 20. Where they intersect is the answer as opposed to anything else. Okay? So I don't even have to do the work. No, Nicholas. That doesn't mean you can do your homework that way. You have to show me the work. But it shows me that I can find the answer this way. However, I don't like that way. That you graph both the equation. You graph the left equation and graph the right equation, look for the intersection. This one they equal to, you look for the intersection. But there's a better way to look for that. There's a better way of looking at this. Set the equation equal to 0 first. If I set the equation equal to 0, this graph is going to show, which is the x-intercept is going to give me the solutions. So it's much more efficient for this way. So I will do, if I want to learn something, I will use the second way, my predominant way. Sometimes there's advantage for each way. Are you following me, guys?
Yeah.
Graph both the equation and look for intersection. The left equation and the right equation. This is the left equation, this is the right equation. Or make sure everything to the other side. You graph it, look for x-intercept. Where they intersect the x-axis, that's my answer. That's a quick way to do it. Okay? Naomi, you got it? Okay. Do you understand?
Yes, algebra.
That's how you check your answer. Now, algebraically, this one's fun. I don't know if I can finish on time. But, can you turn on the light, please? Thank you. My light technician. So, I need to isolate the radicals. So, that's going to be 2x minus 4 equal to negative 2 plus square root of 3x plus 4. Any question about this part?
No.
I square both sides. So that's going to be 2x minus 4. That's equal to, now FOIL this. If I rewrite this, negative 2 plus square root of 3x plus 4. That's going to give me 4 plus minus 2 square root of 3x plus 4 minus 2 square root of 3x plus 4 plus 3x plus 4. So don't kill a puppy. I FOILed it.
Oh, yeah.
Now distribute it. 2x minus 4. I'm going to combine like term. That's going to be 3x
Good morning, Cypress Street.
plus 8 minus 4 square root of 3x plus 4. What happened is I don't like this negative sign. I'm gonna move everything to this side. So I'm gonna simplify both sides. I'm gonna get minus 3x minus 8 on both sides. So that's gonna give me what? Negative x minus 12, right? Equal to negative 4, 3x plus 4. I'll square both sides. Okay, square both sides. That's gonna give me what? X plus what? Plus 24x
X plus 144.
plus 144
Equals
is equal to 16 times 3x plus 4.
3x.
Now this one's going to be x squared plus 24x plus 144 is equal to 48x plus 64. Now I'm going to go here. I'm going to say x squared minus 24x plus 80 is equal to 0. X minus 20 and x minus 4 is equal to 0. X equal to 20. X equal to 4. You double check your answer. You graph it. You find out they both have solution. Done.
It's a long way.
Huh?
But I
You get an
got
answer?
I need you a lot of pictures.
I just need to
It was on the live
designs. Yeah, for the live stream. Do it for the live stream.
I'll see you guys after school.